do you think will be their closest challenge?
So, apart from Medeama, right, I think the closest challenge should be Asante Kotoko because they are proven to know how to win the league better than almost everything in the country. And I think last season it was won by Bingo Stars. Last season it was won by Summer Texas, and then Medeama won, and then Kotoko had to focus. So with Medeama, Summer Texas, and then Bingo Stars all winning the league. These were seasons where we didn't see the best from Asante Kotoko, but then it seems to be having a title contention as their main aim this season. And Kotoko is actually going to pull a very strong contention for Medeama. But Medeama seems to have gotten things quite early. And there's something about Medeama, it seems they have almost everything to win the league. Because if you want to win the Ghana Premier League, there are about 3 or 4 things you should have. And you can just win it easily. And all the teams who won it have proven that you need those things to win the league. So I think the first thing you need is a home team that you can make actually very difficult rounds for the opponents. And we have Medeama having that over there because this season they played about 9 or 10 games at home. They are yet to lose a game. They've drawn twice at home against Bechem and Summer Tex. They've won all the other games. They've played big guns like Hatterfolk at home, and they managed to win those games. And also, apart from having that good of a home stadium, the other thing you have is also good financial backing. And Medeama can really boast of the teams with really good financial backing in the Ghana Premier League this season. And ahead of the season, they launched, I think, a mega sponsorship deal with the Anglo Good Ashanti Mines, and that's enough to forward them to winning the league. The other thing you have is a strong technical team, and a technical team that's quite acclimatized to what happens in the league. And you can talk about that with also Medeama because they have a coach like Ibrahim Tankwa at the helm of affairs. Mind you, the season where we had Accra Lions placing second on the league table, this was the same man who was managing Accra Lions. So if he was able to get closer with Accra Lions, I think with the materials he has at Medeama, it should be an easy job for him. And he is actually proving to do that. For Hatterfolk and the other Hatterfolk, the only thing that Hatterfolk will need is gathering points at home, and that's something that they did quite well with the switch from Accra Sports Film to University of Ghana Sports. I think they've played 4 times there. They had to concede the game there. They beat Nations FC, and then some other games that they've won. They've drawn just once. That was last week against Nations FC. Probably they kind of also pick 1 or 2 games that they have to play. Their next game is at home in Accra against Bechem United, and then the Super Clash comes a day after Val's Day, and that's on 15th February. So probably you can also do well and then get 1 or 2 from there. But it is all good for Kotoko, because looking at where they are now, we were all bashing Kotoko about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and Abdul Karim still kept complaining that he needed an attacking force, and he was quite fortunate to have the miracle of the comeback of Amoah. He came back to his first game against Bascoli Stars, and then in 45 minutes he had to go in and assist. And there's one thing about Amoah offers more than scoring and assisting. That's his movement and the kind of space he allows to the other to his colleagues in the attacking third for Kotoko. After scoring the goal, a beautiful goal, a bicycle kick, and that shows the kind of quality that he has when it comes to this local terrain. Because I don't know, or I can't actually think of a striker who has that technical ability that Aduana currently, because Aduana seems to be a guy whose trajectory has been quite very fine. Because I think he was at Kwabi Brim 2022 when Olympics was struggling for relegation. The second round they went in for him, and then he came the second round and scored 5 times. Olympics went for relegation. Kotoko needed a striker. He went, and then his first season, only a man could scored more than him. He scored 12 times. I think he missed about 2 months through injury. He scored 12 times. He went to Libya, he's back on loan, and then he's back scoring. He has 3 goals already, and then I think the attacking force is quite good now because they also signed Dogo Yakubu from a Swedish club also, and it's quite good. Also a good prospect to watch. There's Donzo who has 4 goals already. There's Kwampo also with I think a few goals. So yeah, they are fine, and I think they have everything to contend for the title. The only thing they need to do is to go to Takwa and then beat Medeama. If they're able to do that, beat Hatterfolk at home, then that's fine. There's something interesting there. If the league continues like this with Hatterfolk and Kotoko all trying to close the gap, Medeama's last game in the league is going to be against Hatterfolk in Accra. and it's going to be.
What are you trying to say?
No. So
I'm trying to say the permutation.
yes, it's
at the end of the season.
yes, it's going to be very interesting. Imagine maybe it's just 3 points gap between Kotoko, Medeama, and then Hartlepool. And if Hartlepool beats Medeama and Kotoko wins, Kotoko will win the league. And watching Hartlepool helping Kotoko win the league will be something interesting about the league. So it's good. I think all these teams will have the capabilities to win the league. Bibian Go Stars did quite well, but the only thing, I think last season when they won the league, they won 7 games on the road. This season they are struggling. They've won just 3 after about 10 games on the road, and it's going to be quite difficult. They lost today to a struggling Brecum Chelsea side by goal. I think they will need to do more if they really want to contend for the title. But Medeama, there's a guy at Medeama, right? They are right back, Kamadin Mamudu, and we've had some Kotoko fans trying to promote Lord Amoah for the Black Stars as right back. But I think Kamadin Mamudu is one guy. He has been a Black Stars before, and he has been out, I think, the last window, and I think the kind of numbers is giving. He has about 5 goals this season, and then about 3 assists to his name. I think it's very, very good. Probably the Trent Alexander around of Ghana Premier League. so we should keep that.
The players will be doing interview and they play like Iniesta, they play like Lamia, but
they have to aim.
Let us use the same there.
But they have to aim.
Oh yeah, because he's the Trent of Ghana Premier League. Hey, he has the goals and assists. Come on.
Anyways, the third voice I hear, and that's Pastor Kudo, who's also joining us. But Augustine, Medeama, the last time they lost was in September.
Yes, to Karela.
Yeah, to Karela.
Yeah, internally.
Since then, they've gone 17 games unbeaten. You don't really hear much about it, but to do that in Ghana Premier League is something else.
Yeah. And then if you look at Medeama, they've gone to some grounds to pick the maximum points. Grounds where even I think Barcelona will go and fail.
Oh, Massa.
Wait, calm down. So,